Hello everyone, myself Prince Raj Yadav, BTech third year in Engineering Physics from IIT Roorkee. This is my video presentation for the course PHN 314 Microprocessors and Peripheral Devices. In this presentation, I am going to talk about a proposal of how we can use 7-segment LED display and 8085 microprocessor to count number of people. And this system can be used in different places, like during this COVID pandemic, we can use this in clinic, in hospitals, where a limited number of people should be allowed to enter the clinic, and people can keep track of how many people are inside the clinic and how many should wait to enter the clinic. Starting with very basic, like what is 7-segment LED display? So the 7-segment LED display consists of 7 LEDs arranged in such a fashion that each of the LEDs, when illuminated, their segment forms a part of numerical digit. The LEDs are arranged in as shown here, and they are named as A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And there is a decimal point. This is called decimal point. This is an additional 8th LED, which is sometimes used within the same package, thus allowing the indication of a decimal point. Moving ahead to the on types of 7-segment LED display. So the first one is common cathode. As the name suggests, the cathode of all the LEDs are joined together to logic 0, and to eliminate the individual LED, we have to apply logic 1 on the anode of that particular LED. As shown is the figure of common cathode arrangement. Next is common anode. Similar to the common cathode, here anode of all the LEDs are connected together to logic 1, and thus we have to apply logic 0 on cathode of individual LED to make them illuminate. So we are going to use common anode LED display, in which, as I have shown earlier, LEDs are displayed arranged in such a fashion that they are named as A, B, C, D to G. And as this one is common anode, so we have to apply logic 0 on a particular LED to illuminate that one. Like here, to illuminate A, we have to apply 0 on A. B, we have to apply 0 on B. And C is not illuminated, so we have applied 1. And similarly, by using these combinations, we can show display number 2 on this LED display. And this combination of these numbers are represented in hex code, which is as shown here, A4 hex code for this to eliminate 2 on this LED display. And we are going to use this hex code while using our 8085 microprocessor. So coming to the proposal, for this project is we can use 7-segment LED display and 8085 microprocessor along with different sensors to count number of people inside a clinic and display it on the LED display outside the clinic. So apparatus, we need an 8085 microprocessor, 7-segment LED display, electro-optical sensor, pressure sensors, and I/O port for communication of microprocessor and input-output devices. So here is the arrangement. Just above the door there will be an electro-optical sensor, and on the handle of the door there will be a pressure sensor, and above this door on the wall there will be a 7-segment LED display to display numbers. So coming to the mechanism, like first, pressure sensor will be used to give input to the 8085 microprocessor whether a person is entering or exiting the clinic. Like when person will hold the handle outside the clinic, the 8085 microprocessor will execute the code to increase the number of people inside the clinic as the person is going inside. Similarly, if the person holds this knob from inside the clinic, the 8085 microprocessor will execute code to decrease the number of people inside the clinic. And this there will be 2 electro-optical sensors, one outside the clinic and another one inside the clinic, just above the door. So this electro-optical sensor will give input to the 8085 whether a person is actually crossing the door or not. Like a person can do one thing, he just holds the handle, and someone calls him from the behind, and he goes away. So it will electro-optical sensor will be able to sense that person is not passing the door. And 7 segment LED display to display the number of people inside the clinic. IU port to for the communication of microprocessor and input output devices. So the 8085 microprocessor will get input from optical sensor and pressure sensor, and accordingly it will fetch data from memory and it will display it on 7 segment LED display. Now coming to the code, here first I have initialized the HL pair, which will act like address, where I have stored all the data of hex code of different numbers. So first I have written the code to check whether a person is moving inside the clinic or is coming outside of the moving inside the clinic or coming outside the clinic. If the person is moving inside or coming outside, it will now check whether a person is actually crossing the door or not, as I have given example earlier. And if it passes this check also, like if the person is crossing the door, it will move to the execution of the code to display the number on the LED display. And if any of these check is not passed, it will move to halt and the program will be halt. And these are the data I have stored in different locations of the memory. Like for example, currently the LED display is showing three people are inside the clinic, and if a person enters the clinic, the first step will be that pressure sensor will sense whether a person is holding the handle from outside of the clinic or inside. So if a person is entering the clinic, the sensor outside of the clinic will give logic 1 to the microprocessor, and when he crosses both the optical sensors, then the code will be run to increase the HL pair, and it will move to 0004, and the data in 0004 will be displayed on the LED display, which is 4. Similarly, if a person comes outside of the clinic, the HL pair will decrease from 0003 to 0002, and the data in this location will be displayed on the LED display. So this, as I have mentioned earlier, that this is my proposal for how we can use 7 segment LED display and 8085 microprocessor to display number of people inside a clinic. This can be improved further, like for an example, a person is holding the door from outside, and two people simultaneously move inside the clinic and come outside of the clinic, but the sensors will be not able to detect whether a person is going inside or outside of the clinic. It will just sense according to the pressure sensor. Like if a person is holding it from outside, it will increase the number of people by 2, but actually there is no increase in number. So such loopholes can be removed in future from this device. Thank you. That's all from my side.